And welcome back to the challenge. This is day 7. I plan to start and delete. No point to do anything in normal anymore. After all, I run after the clock.
Still drunk.
Resistances capped. Even in ultimate, even in elite, sorry. So shouldn't be big deal here. Gonna grab some easy experience.
Greetings, chat. My knowledge of
I didn't shop anything because I want to preserve some iron bits for conflagration. Damage wise should be okay. I don't plan to kill so much stuff. I plan to stick to the objectives. Damage is still okay, I would say. This boss here is very tanky. It's much tankier than Warden Krieg for some reason. So definitely skip for me. Securing the rift. I take way too much damage. So I have to watch out for these big slumps. I need every crystal because I can't farm here. This is a lower difficulty, it's not ultimate. Problem with Fire Blast is it can't pierce. So any fight with adds kills my damage towards the boss because my projectiles got body blocked, and that's not ideal. Very far. I need some huge spirit investment or some devotions. But this is a really good base for a fire build. This is money. These guys, they slaps really hard when they're in a group of 5-6 of them. I think I have enough slit necklaces from the previous difficulty, so I can jump directly for the quest. Easy experience. There is a corrupted mob here. That's money, so definitely I want a kill. These guys, they hurt as well in a group, especially if there is a heroes. This guy applies cooldown reduction debuff, so I can't cast anything, and it's a range one, so occasionally it disabled all of my skills, which is just my movement rune and my fire blast, but it's quite annoying though. A quick sell. Slit primal ring, always nice ring to have in your inventory for a potential swap when you need resistances. Quick sell on the stuff that I don't need. And I'm pretty close to craft conflagration. Probably the moment I teleport my blacksmith, I'll have everything needed to speed up. I'm a bit worried about my energy consumption, because I neglect that a little bit, especially when I plan to use a channeling skill for the rest of the challenge. I have to spend my point. Milton. He deals damage, by the way. He's a standard soldier that deal mixture of physical and fire. Especially this slam hurts a lot. And his physical projectiles as well. On top of that, I aggro too much bullshit around me. And I don't know from where this guy comes. Usually such a slow enemies is good to avoid their attacks. If you are not completely confident you can face tank them. There is no point to face tank everything, as you can see this stacks me half of my life bar. Of course this is a classless challenge, usually Milton is a joke. But I spoke in general for much dangerous enemies like Voldrak, which is very slow and there is no reason for you to stay on one place and waiting for him to bomb you. Milton cask always nice to have on Switch. Comes with some good properties. This is a horrible roll. If it was something juicy like Overlord, half vitality should be ideal. This gonna cap my armor absorption, and actually it's gonna free one of my punch slot if it's a good roll. Elite seems to be a little bit slower than I expect. I didn't check the timer, by the way. 6:43. I believe I was on a 6.5 when before I start, or 6:35 something. I have to check the footage from the last episode. But definitely I have to speed up to the objectives and stop killing so much random enemies, because this slows me down and I'm gonna fail, I think, the most important rule for this challenge. This guy is swift, he empowers anyone around him and self as well. So usually a good strat here is to kill all the odds before killing him. You don't want to fight with 6, 7, 8 mobs that are swift, empowered. It's not mentioned in his name because this is a named hero, but definitely this green scratches, that's a swift modifier. These slit holes actually pretty nice experience because they spawn a lot of them. And it's hard to resist. I have to push that life bar. Damage is way too high and I'm getting worried. Because Act 1 is usually easy, but the next one is brutal. All these murderers, they deal tons of bleeding pierce damage with their projectiles and attacks and everything. And if I take way too much damage in Act 1, that means in Act 2 I'm pretty much dead. Another shrine, happy life. Quick check for looter. First try, this is amazing. more physique. Chambers gonna be pain to deal with. Very resistant, guys. There is a hero. Spiders are big problem as well in a group. Damage is insanely high. Also they can entrap you. And my entrap resistance I think 0. If I am not mistaken. Obviously a lot of stuff are dangerous when you don't have any skills. Also I don't use circuit breakers, so this is another downside. If I am on the way to die, I'll die. I can't cheat that. Like I can't use ghoul, turtle or similar items with this like Azraka Sands. Another swift mob with high physical damage. You don't want to get hit by this combo. That means death pretty much. The other guy is not that dangerous. But physical damage is a big problem at this point. Psych build. This is actually spirit. Where the hell was that? It was belt or gloves? Pretty sure it was belt. Yeah, that one. No resistances unfortunately, but this 45 spirit is very welcome. So I can equip Shambler. Absolutely brutal fight. If I get hit by this boulder, it's done. I am dead. Also meteor shower. This comes with a lot of trauma damage. It's a bit of mistake to kite him here. There is no way for me to run at this point. So I'm gonna kite him in the other direction. But there is a pack of spiders that I'm a bit afraid of. I don't want to get entrapped and this guy one-shot me with his boulder.
Oh, hello.
Ooh, that was close. I have to stop jump on them. But I want to apply dots from the weapon.
Move along now, string.
Too much healers, I can't deal with this. Totems at this point, I don't think I can do them. This is a good chunk of experience. All these elemental storm procs and these low enemies is a good moment for me to catch up a little bit of experience that I missed from skipping. This is more comfortable than physical resistance is not a bad milestone. I'll feel a little bit more safe in this way. I know I skipped the totem, but at this point totems just slows me down without so much benefit. And I skip the rolls as well. Too much healers. No point to waste my time. Here is the big deal. These guys are technically fire immune if you don't have any resistance shred. I think I can face. Oh no, I can't. I was on the way to say I can face tank this guy, so it's not so slow, but he kinda slaps. This is a good milestone to go back. Grab some easy quests.
I need some time. I need some time to plan our. Welcome to Riftgate. You don't remember? Did you bring
This guy is gonna take some of my precious crystals.
The captain send you search the. Did you get this perfect? Well, since I did.
Okay. Looter. All this.
What do you want?
Gonna deal with the rainy. Not bad. Time for crafting.
Iron well spent. Come see what's left of my wares. Iron well spent.
More scrap metal?
What we need.
Bring me back any.
Yep, I have to jump to normal to buy fervor.
Come see what's left of my I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Put it to good use.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Fervor's ready. I think flint core bolts is the next one. Yep. Beautiful. gonna drop some stats because this completion pierce resistance, but that's okay. I can keep fire blasts for a fights that requires a little bit more movement instead of standing still. My last tincture. I have some money, I should buy more, but let's finish this. It's time for a Vilut fight. I want to test my energy consumption. Yeah, pretty brutal. I shall start work on harvestment. And I have to remove the blue crossroad really quick, so I can advance.
What troubles you?
Okay, that's much better. I think I switched to conflagration just in time, because if it was earlier, no chance I can sustain this energy consumption. I'm pretty sure now still I should have a problems, but at least damage is doubled, if not quadruple, on the way I see how the enemies dies. Also, it's good to land the enemies in a line, not cast for a single mob. But yeah, until I finish harvest one. Okay, pretty big trap duration. I don't like this. That means problems in Homestead against the trolls. Yeah, energy consumption is brutal. Having just 1k energy pool is not good enough to maintain channel skill. I have to heavy invest from now on to spirit every level up. Or just line the enemies so I not waste so much casting time. I don't want to shift components towards energy regeneration, because this means less sustain. Technically I can change this one for restless remains, but I lose good chunk of vitality and good chunk of bleeding resistance. Always before start Viewed fight, just grab your devotion for a little bit more advantage. This node is nothing that good, but at least 300 life. So real test for a channeling build if your energy bar dies first or your boss, a boss that you fight dies first. So at this point is the opposite. I can apply my weapon damage stuff. It's good to throw 1 or 2 fire blasts just to apply your dots, because conflagration don't have weapon damage. Keep that in mind. Impervious of Blight, this is not bad at all. I have to check that ring. If it was a different suffix should be ideal, but it's pretty much garbage. Anyways, that's level 50. Huge milestone for this challenge, because I'm halfway through and I still have 18 hours left, technically. But definitely I have to speed up. This is Forsaken. It summons the big guys. No, thank you. I managed to sustain money from now on, I think, because this comes with better encounters, more loot to sell. Got all the fabrics that I need, maybe a little bit of kills here. Mobs are in a line. This guy slaps. It's good to clear here a little bit. Too much stuff zaps at me. A rift gate and I'll come back. I have to hit the pause button just to think for a second. Was this situation that he can easily die if you panicked? Nothing wrong to hit the pause button. I don't plan to use escape. I mean, it's a challenge after all. Also, I misplayed, so dumb. Like now. Just these guys explode in a chain and damage is pretty significant. Now we wait for a little bit energy regeneration before I summon the bodies. Should be alright. This guy slaps really hard. The actual Ethereals, these soul-like heroes. Oh, I'm very dumb actually. I have to switch my elemental storm to conflagration. I'm not surprised I need so much time to kill enemies. I don't proc this because I don't cast fire blasts anymore that often. And this cost me probably 5 or 10 minutes. That's why these little mistakes can get you either killed or just ruin your challenge, if you do challenges of course, or even your speedrun or speed leveling or whatever. Every minute matters, and here I lost maybe up to 10 minutes just because I forgot to switch my elemental storm to conflagration. Another huge note, 4% spirit. Any spirit that I invest from now on is gonna scale better. I don't want to kill these guys so being so close to them. This is a damaging pool. Be sure you cross fast enough. Here every crystal matters, so I'm gonna do full clear on the transit. Just a little bit crowded here. Energy sustain is a little bit better. The next node is the final one, which is huge. And maybe I have to attach another aura and go for Bard's Harp to maintain all these energy issues. And eventually I can attach flint on my weapon for more damage. I lose the fire blast, but I think it's a fair trade. Also, Bard Harp comes with a nice proc with offensive defensive ability and more, of course, regeneration. Zero interest in these bosses. Yeah, I know, it's only the beginning. Here, quick check if I can apply some oil. Okay, a little bit life regen is still something. It's going to be boosted by I have to remember where he placed the mines.
And when I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Devil's Crossing. You are strong, but now I will demonstrate.
Now the problem starts. he very often change the pattern, so don't rely on the actual order. Sometimes he use his crossbow ability straight away after the slam. Firestorm Skipper. This is unfortunately epic craft. Not bad, not bad.
Good, you're back. One of you, that's good. There, is that the Warden's defeated? So you must be the cop. Before...
I miss one. I'm not gonna go back for this. I can't count as a XP grind, so I have to abandon this quest.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
My experience at the end of the episode. Let's check how much time took me. I think 1 hour for Act 1. Kinda slow, to be fair. And this gets me a little bit worried for the 24-hour mark. If it took me 1 hour per act, this is a little bit too much. I'm not gonna have enough time left at Ultimate for flexible adjustments, because Ultimate's gonna be brutal. Even here I have 2 or 3 close calls. I'm gonna sell some stuff to start fresh the next episode. Didn't check this helm, because a caster's helm. I'm pretty big on elemental resistance, so maybe I can swap this. Chaos also quite high, but I lose life. I don't want to lose life. I'm gonna keep this helm just in case. That's a good punch. But I drop vitality, which is bad trait. It's time to get rid of some stuff here, I think.
See you around.
Let's take a look, shall we?
What I lose here, pierce resistance, no, not ideal. That's pretty bad, because Sunstorm of Celerity is a dream combo. I keep one Silk Swatch that I can put on my pants, but I lose armor absorption, which again is not ideal. And I need armor absorption now more, because basically I am standing still most of the time. But I got better resistant trait. Also my crowd control resistances get better as well. Actually I'm capped on slow, so it doesn't really matter. Damage wise, not big difference, I believe. I'm not gonna sell this. I'm just gonna craft flint. And I'll swap my pants component. And I'll see how it goes in the next act. If I take too much damage, I'll reverse the changes. Gonna keep this off hand. Now the problem is I have to apply. I have to sell these ether crystals actually. Maybe they worth something. No, it's just tiny bit of bits. I'm gonna finish the fabric quests, pointless to. But anyways, this is from today's episode. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next one.